Dear students, in this session I will explain the definition of a prime field, prime ideal, and two theorems on prime ideals. Prime ideal. Let R be a commutative ring and U is an ideal of R is said to be prime ideal. For A, B belongs to R, their product AB belongs to U implies A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Here R be a commutative ring. Commutative ring with unity element, an ideal U of R is said to be prime ideal if for A, B belongs to U, A, B belongs to R, their product AB belongs to U implies A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Here R is commutative ring with unity element and U is any ideal of R. It is said to be prime ideal if you take any two elements in R, A, B belongs to R, their product must be in U. AB belongs to U implies A belongs to U or B belongs to U. AB is a product in U, then A is an element of R or B is an element of U. A is an element of U or B is an element of U. Any one of these elements belongs to U. Here, first of all, A, B are elements of R, but product is in U. Then, one of these element belongs to U. Then it is called prime ideal. It is called prime ideal. Now, see the theorem. An ideal U not equal to R is prime ideal if and only if R by U is integral domain. R by U is integral domain. Here an ideal U not equal to R is prime ideal. U is a prime ideal of R. This statement has if and only if condition. That means to prove this theorem in two parts. In first part, we have to assume that U is prime ideal and we prove that R by U is integral domain. Conversely, we have to assume R by U is integral domain. We have to prove that U is prime ideal. So, proof. Let R be a ring with unity element and U is an ideal of R. We prove that U is prime ideal. Prime ideal double implies R by U is integral domain. Here R by U is quotient ring in which elements are cosets x plus U in the form of x plus U where x belongs to R. First we assume that U is prime ideal. U is prime ideal. You have to prove that R by U is integral domain. Aim. For the first part of aim is R by U is integral domain. Here R is commutative ring with unity element. So then R by U here we taken as R is commutative ring with unity element. An ideal U not equal to of is commutative ring with unity element. Commutative ring with unity element. is prime ideal if and only if R by U is integral domain. So here R is commutative ring with unity element. So then its quotient ring R by U is also commutative ring and has unity element by the previous theorem. So after the quotient rings we have, if R is commutative ring, then its quotient ring R by U is also commutative ring. If R has unity element, then R by U has unity element. If R is integral domain, then R by U is also integral domain. So here R is commutative ring, then R by U is also commutative ring and has unity element. You have to prove R by U is in integral domain. What is the definition of integral domain? Yeah, it is a commutative ring with unity element and has no zero divisors. Here our R by U is commutative ring and with the unity element. So just to have to prove R by U has no zero divisors, then it will be integral domain. Now we take two elements in R by U. R by U contains elements, those are cosets x plus u such that x belongs to R. So if we take any two elements in R by U, let a plus u comma b plus u belongs to R by U. Then their product is equal to without zero divisors. What is the definition of zero divisors? AB is equal to 0 implies A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. If the product of two integers is equal to 0, one of these must be equal to 0. Here, two elements are A plus u comma B plus u. The zero element of R by U is 0 plus u. Zero element of R by U is 0 plus u. So, their product is equal to 0 plus u. So, A plus u into B plus u is equal to 0 plus u. That is, AB is equal to 0. We have to prove A is equal to 0 or B equal to 0. So, then plus we have to prove here A plus U is equal to 0 or B plus U is equal to 0. Their product, the cosets multiplication. The cosets multiplication A plus U into B plus U is AB plus U. So that is equal to 0 plus u. Again, the properties of cosets is that A plus C is equal to B plus u. A plus C is equal to B plus u. W implies A minus B belongs to u. Here we have AB plus u is equal to 0 plus u. Then AB minus 0 is belongs to u. So then we get AB belongs to u. Here our assumption that u is prime ideal. U is prime ideal. What is the definition of prime ideal? This is prime ideal. That is, if AB belongs to U, then A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Here, the product AB belongs to U. Since our ideally U is prime ideal, so we can written as A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Since U is prime ideal implies AB belongs to U implies prime ideal. AB belongs to U implies A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Again, we have a condition that if we take A plus U is equal to 0 plus U, double implies A minus 0 is belongs to U. That means A is belongs to U. This is similar to this one. Here we taken as 0 element, that is 0. A plus U is equal to 0 plus U implies A minus 0 is belongs to U. That is A belongs to U. Here we have A is belongs to U. That means that we taken as A plus U is equal to 0 plus U. If A belongs to U, then we taken as A plus U is equal to B plus U. Here A belongs to U implies A plus U is equal to 0 plus U or B plus U is equal to 0 plus U. So 0 plus U is the zero element of the ring R by U. Here we take two elements A plus U comma B plus U belongs to R by U. Their product is equal to 0 plus U. So then we get A plus U is equal to 0 plus U. That is A plus U is a zero element is equal to the zero element of the R by U or B plus U is equal to zero element of the R by U. Therefore, R by U is integral domain. AB is equal to 0 implies A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0 represents the integral divisors, the divisors of a ring. So here AB plus A plus C into B plus C is equal to 0 plus U. We get A plus C is equal to 0 plus C and B plus R 0 plus C is A plus B plus C is equal to 0 plus U. Therefore, R by U has no zero divisors. Hence, R by U is integral domain. Conversely, we assume that our statement is, first we proved R by U is field, R by U is integral domain. Conversely, we have to assume that R by U is integral domain. We have to prove U is prime ideal. U is prime ideal. Conversely, we assume that R by U is integral domain. R by U is an integral domain. We prove that is our aim is U is prime ideal. U is prime ideal of R. Prime ideal of R. If take any two elements in R, A, belongs to R, and their product AB belongs to U. You have to prove A belongs to U or B belongs to U. The definition of a prime ideal is, if AB belongs to U, then A belongs to U or B belongs to U. So we take AB belongs to U. Now we have to prove A belongs to U or B belongs to U. AB belongs to U implies again the coset property. A plus C is equal to B plus U. Double implies A minus B belongs to U. Here also AB belongs to U. Then we can be written as A plus C into B plus U. Here U is prime ideal. Here U is prime ideal. So we have to prove A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Again, A plus C is equal to 0 plus U. That is property is that A belongs to U. We using this property A belongs to U implies A plus C is equal to 0 plus U. Then AB plus U is equal to 0 plus U. Here A belongs to U implies A plus C is equal to 0 plus U. So we can here taken as AB plus U is equal to 0 plus U. Now AB plus U can be written as A plus U into B plus U because cosets multiplication. The multiplication of cosets is A plus U into B plus U. That is equal to 0 plus U. Here A plus U and B plus U are the elements of R by U. R by U is an integral domain. Our assumption that R by U is an integral domain. That means R by U is commutative ring has unity element and has no zero divisors. No zero divisors means that A plus C into B plus C is equal to 0 plus U implies A plus C is equal to 0 plus U or B plus C is equal to 0 plus U. Here we have product is equal to 0 element. Then we can written as A plus C is equal to 0 plus U or B plus C is equal to 0 plus U. By R by U is integral domain. That means it has no zero divisors. So this implies that A plus C is equal to 0 plus U. You can written as A belongs to U. Or this is also B plus C is equal to 0 plus U. That implies B belongs to U. So you taken as AB is product is belongs to U. Then we get A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Therefore U is prime ideal. We taken as the product AB belongs to U implies we get A belongs to U or B belongs to U. Therefore U is prime ideal. Next theorem. A maximal ideal of R is prime ideal. Next, I explain one problem on homomorphisms. First problem is that let z of root 2 is the set of m plus n root 2 such that m comma n are integers, be the ring with respect to addition and multiplication of integers, addition and multiplication of integers. We prove that f maps z of root 2 to z of root 2 defined by f of m plus n root 2 is equal to m minus n root 2 is automorphism. And also find kernel f. Here z of root 2, it is a set of integers of the form m plus n root 2. It is m is a real part and n is a root 2 part of this number. So z of root 2 contains of the elements which are form m plus n root 2, where m and n are integers. Be the ring with respect to the addition and multiplication of integers. We prove that. We define by the mapping f maps z of root 2 to z of root 2 by f of m plus n root 2. Here m plus n root 2 is a element of z root 2. Here we take for all m plus n root 2 belongs to z of root 2 is automorphism. This mapping, we have to prove this mapping is automorphism. And also find kernel f. What is automorphism? Is a mapping R itself, R to R, is homomorphism. A homomorphism mapping f maps R to R is 1 1 on 2, then it is called automorphism. So we have to prove this mapping is homomorphism and on 1 1 and on 2. We have to prove, first of all, m of m plus n root 2 is m is equal to m minus n root 2 is a well defined. Clearly we observe that it is a well defined function because f of m minus n root 2 can be written as m plus of minus n root 2. F of m plus n root 2 is equal to, its image can be rewritten as m plus minus n of root 2. Here minus n is also negative integer. So here m comma minus n are integers. It is also form of the form m plus n root 2. So here clearly f is a well defined function. Now first we have to prove it is homomorphism and 1 1 on 2. Solution. Given that mapping, f maps z of root 2 to z of root 2 defined by f of m plus n root 2 is equal to m minus n root 2 for all m plus n root 2 belongs to z of root 2. So first we have to prove f is automorphism. We take any two elements in z of root 2, m1 plus n1 root 2 comma, that is a is equal to b equal to m2 plus n2 root 2 is belongs to z of root 2. Sum of these elements a plus b is We can add these two numbers, real part and root 2 part. Add m1 plus m2 and root 2 part, that is n1 plus n2 root 2. Product AB is equal to m1 into m2, m1 into n1 root 2, n2 root 2 plus n1 root 2 into m2, that is n1 m2 root 2 plus n1 root 2 into n2 root 2, that is n1 n2 root 2. Simplify this, m1 m2 plus here root 2 into root 2 is 2 n1 n2 plus here root 2 is common, so m1 n2 plus n1 m2. Here AB is, this is real part and it is root 2 part, integer part, it is a root 2 part. So here a plus b and AB are binary operations. So here we have to prove, first of all, it is F is homomorphism. First condition we have to prove F is homomorphism. To prove F is homomorphism, we take any two elements, then first condition of homomorphism is f of a plus b is equal to f of a plus f of b. Here we taken as f of a plus b is already we added, that is f of m1 plus m2 plus n1 plus n2 root 2. We get f of m1 plus m2, this is again one integer, plus n1 plus n2 root 2, this is also again integer. So its image here defined by f of m plus n root 2 is m minus n root 2. So same, the integer can be written as same but replaced with plus replaced by minus. So that is here m1 plus m2 minus n1 plus n2 root 2. Now left hand side value of the homomorphism, right hand side value of the homomorphism condition is f of a plus f of b, that is f of a is f of m1 plus n1 root 2. Its image is m1 minus n1 root 2. Plus f of b. F of b is m2 plus n2 root 2. Its image is m2 minus n2 root 2. Then we can add these two integers. We get m1 plus m2 common minus, then n1 plus n2 root 2. So this is two are the same. These two are same. So f of a plus b is equal to f of a plus f of b. So next condition, f of a dot b is equal to f of a dot f of a into f of b. F of a dot b is equal to, a dot b is this integer, so we just, this image is m minus n root 2. By this mapping we replace just plus by minus, then m1 m2 plus 2n1 n2 minus root 2 into m1 n2 plus n1 m2. Now we find the right hand side value of the homomorphism condition f of a into f of b, that is f of a is m1 minus n1 root 2 into m1 m2 minus n2 root 2. So now multiply these two numbers, then m1 m2 again minus m1 n2 root 2. Next minus n1 root 2 into m2. Minus minus plus n1 n2 root 2 is 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. So integer part is m1 m2 plus 2 n1 n2 minus root 2 common. Then we get m1 n2 plus n1 m2. Who observe that? Dear students, who observe that these two results are same. Therefore, f of a dot b is equal to f of a dot f of b. F of a dot b is equal to f of a dot f of b. Here proved the homomorphism condition, left side value and right side value are both are equal, then f is homomorphism. Next, f is 1 1. We have to prove f is 1 1. First, next side heading to prove f is 1 1. 1 1 means distinct elements of domain have distinct images in codomain. That is, we have to prove in theorems, if the image of an elements of codomain equal, then their elements are also equal. Then it is called f is 1 1. So we take the images of the elements are equal. Let m1 a is m1 plus n1 root 2 and b is m2 plus n2 root 2. Then let f of a is equal to f of b. Then its images are m1 minus n1 root 2 and this image is m2 minus n2 root 2. Here two integers are same, equal. So then here m1 m2 equal and root 2 part is equal, because these two numbers are both are equal. That means the integer part m1 is equal to m2 and also n1 root 2 part is n1 is equal to n2. Then m1 plus n1 root value, n1 root 2 value, here m1 is equal to the m2, n1 is equal to the n2. Then m1 plus n1 root 2 is equal to m2 plus n2 root 2. This is a, this is b. Then a is equal to b. Here f of a is equal to f of b. You get a is equal to b. Then f is 1 1. Now we have to prove f is onto. Now we have to prove f is onto. What is onto? To prove f is onto. Codom. Here mapping is that f map z of root 2 to z of root 2. Domain and codomain are same. Here codomain is z of root 2. If we take any element of z of root 2, then it's if T image belongs to z of root 2. Associated to an element of z of root 2, then it is called onto. So if we take an element in z of root 2, let y is equal to m plus n root 2 is an element of z root 2, that is codomain of f. Then for this there exists some x is equal to m minus n root 2. Here it is also an element of z of root 2, because it can be written as m plus minus n of root 2. This belongs to z of root 2 such that f of x equal to f of x means f of m plus minus n of root 2. Here the image of f of m plus n root 2 is m minus n root 2. That means m minus, here n is minus n, so minus n root 2. Minus of minus plus n root 2, that is y. So for each y is belongs to codomain element, there is just some x for this y such that f of x equal to y, then f is onto. For each y is belongs to z of root 2, there exists some x is belongs to z of root 2 such that f of x is equal to y, therefore f is onto. F is onto. Therefore here f is, first of all I proved f is homomorphism and then f is 1 1, just you have proved f is onto, so then f is automorphism. F is automorphism. So now we find kernel. Also find kernel. Kernel means the kernel of the homomorphism is defined as the set contains elements of z of root 2, that is R. Here is that z of root 2. So by definition of kernel f, is defined as this set contains elements of R such that f of x equal to 0 dash. That means which elements are associated to the 0 dash, that is 0 dash is the 0 element of the ring R dash, where 0 dash is the 0 element of R dash. Now our mapping is here z of root 2 to z of root 2, z of root 2 to z of root 2, so R dash. So by this mapping we taken as x is belongs to, here we taken as a is belongs to z of root 2 such that f of a is equal to 0 dash. Here 0 dash means 0 element of the ring R dash. Here R dash is the z of root 2. In this ring the 0 element is 0 plus 0 root 2. 0 plus 0 root 2. Again 0. So that is f of a is equal to 0 plus 0 root 2. F of a is f of m plus n root 2 is equal to 0 plus 0 root 2. F of m plus n root 2, its image is m minus n root 2 is equal to 0 plus 0 root 2. Then it is an equal to the 0 element of the ring. So then the integer parts are equal and root 2 parts are also equal. So then we get m is equal to 0 and n is equal to 0. Then a is m plus n root 2. That value is 0 plus 0 root 2. So they get 0 only. That means in the z of root 2, only one element satisfying this equation, f of x equal to 0 dash, that element is only 0. Here f of a is equal to the 0 plus 0 root 2, then we get the values of m and n are both are equal to 0. So then m plus n root 2 value is also 0. So the kernel f is only singleton 0 to the our mapping f maps z root 2 to z root 2. Next problem. Let R be the ring of integers and R dash be the set of even integers. Then we define a mapping. So we have to prove R is isomorphic to R dash. Problem. Let R be the set of integers, R be the set of integers and R dash be the ring of integers. Here ring of integers. Here r dash be the set of integers. Here r dash is only set of integers. And the operation addition, the addition is same as that of set of even integers, same as that of integers. And star is defined by, that is multiplication, and multiplication is star defined by a star b is equal to ab by 2. A star b is equal to ab by 2. And we prove that r is isomorphic to r dash. Here r is the ring of integers and r dash with the set of even integers, and the addition is same as that of integers. That means the ring of integers is ring with respect to addition and multiplication. So in the same addition r dash is also satisfying. That is r dash is with respect to r dash is abelian group with respect to addition is same as that integers, and multiplication is star. So we using here multiplication operation is star, we written as star, is defined by any two of integers a star b for all a comma b belongs to r dash. A star b is defined by ab by 2. Then we prove that r is isomorphic to r dash. So we have to define f maps to r dash. So then we prove f is homomorphism 1 1 on 2. Then f is isomorphic to r dash. Now first solution. First of all, here r dash b rings. Here only r is ring, r dash be the set of only even integers. So first we have to prove r dash is a ring. So for this r be the ring of integers with respect to the addition and multiplication, and r dash comma plus is abelian group from group theory, because r dash is the set of even integers. Set of even integers with respect to addition is abelian group from group theory. So now we have to prove r dash is ring. For this, just we have to prove r dot is semi group and distributive laws hold. That is, first we prove dot is binary operation. Here dot is star. So let a comma b belongs to r dash, where a is equal to 2x and b is equal to 2y, because r dash is the set of even integers. Here r dash is the set of even integers. Those are in the form of two multiples, that is 2x, such that x is belongs to z. Here where x comma y r belongs to z. Therefore a star b is equal to ab by 2. What is a? 2x into 2y by 2 is equal to 4xy. This can be written as 2xy. 2 into xy. 2 is a 2 multiple, so it is also even integer. So a star b belongs to r dash. Hence r dash is binary operation. Now we have to prove star is associative. That is like three elements a, b, c belongs to r. Here a is 2x, b is 2y and c is 2z, where x comma y comma z are belongs to integers, So A star B star C is equal to A star B is AB by 2 and star C is equal to again ABC by 2, that is ABC by 4. Similarly, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C is BC by 2, again ABC by 4. So these two are same. Therefore, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. So that is associative law is satisfied. Now, then here dot is binary operation, star is binary operation and star is associative. Then R dash comma star is semigroup. Now we have to prove distributive laws hold and commutative law. Then R dash is commutative ring. Now commutative law, that is AB is equal to BA. Here the operation is star, so A star B is equal to B star A. Now let A comma B belongs to R dash A star B is equal to AB by 2. Here A comma B are integers. So then again we taken as 2x into 2y by 2, that is 2xy. So B star A is equal to B star A equal to BA by 2. That means 2y into 2x by 2, that we get 2xy. Here xy are integers. At the integers satisfying the commutative law. So yx is equal to xy. Then we get 2xy. These two are also same. Therefore A star B is equal to B star A. Then star is commutative. So R dash is commutative ring. And distributive laws. Now distributive laws are A star B plus C is equal to A star B plus C is equal to, here A star means A dot B plus C by 2. A dot means here usual multiplication. So then we apply ABC are integers. So integers satisfying the distributive laws. So A dot B plus C is A dot B plus A dot C by 2. Bifurcate this one. Then A dot B by 2 plus A dot C by 2. Then AB by 2 can be written as A star B and AC by 2 can be written as A star B, A star C. So left hand side value is A star B plus C. We get A star B plus A star C. So left hand distributive law is satisfied. Similarly, we can prove that right distributive law, that is B plus C star A is equal to B star A plus C star A. So we conclude that R dash is commutative ring. Now we define mapping from R to R dash. Then we have to prove this mapping is isomorphic. Now we define mapping F maps R to R dash by f of x. Here codomain is set of even integers. So f of x is equal to 2x for all x is belongs to R. X is belongs to R. So now we prove that f is homomorphism 1, 1 and on 2. Now we have to prove that f is homomorphism. Let f of a plus b is equal to, here f of a plus b, its image is defined by, here f of x is equal to 2x for all x is belongs to R. So 2 into a plus b, that is equal to 2a plus 2b. That means 2a is f of a and 2b is f of b. So f of a plus b is equal to f of a plus f of b. Now with respect to multiplication, we have to prove the homomorphism. Second condition, f of a star b is equal to f of a. Here dot, same dot, a dot b. Here a, b are the elements of R. So f of a dot b is 2ab. So 2ab can be, so the right hand side value is f of a star f of b. That is f of a is 2a star 2b. That means we have a star b is ab by 2. So then we get here 4 into ab by 2, that is 2ab. So these two are same. So f of a dot b is equal to f of a dot b is equal to f of a star f of b. Then, so first condition, homomorphism condition, f of a plus b is equal to f of a plus f of b, and second condition, f of a dot b is equal to f of a star f of b. Therefore f is homomorphism. Now we prove that f is 1 1 and onto. We prove that f is 1 1 and onto. F is 1 1. Take images are equal. Let f of a is equal to f of b. Then its images are 2a is equal to 2b. We cancel it 2, then we get ab. So images are, if we taken as here, images are equal, then we get their elements are equal. So distant elements have distant images. Then f is 1 1. Next we have to prove f is onto. That means if we take any element of codomain R dash, then it is associated to an element of R. That means every element of codomain has pre-image in domain R. So let y is belongs to R dash. Here y is some even integer 2a, or a is equal to 2x. Now here 2x, here x is belongs to R, that is integer. Now for this x we have, for this x we have a f image, f of x is equal to 2x, 2x equal to the y, therefore f of x equal to y. So for each y is belongs to R dash, there exists some element x is belongs to R such that f of x equal to y. So f is onto. For each y is belongs to R dash, there exists x is belongs to R such that f of x is equal to y. Therefore f is onto. So we proved that f maps R to R dash is homomorphism 1 1 and onto. So then R is isomorphic to R dash.